Hello everyone and welcome to another Warcraft 3 replay commentary. Today we're gonna watch a match which was played towards the end of 2005 as part of the 2005 in-cap winter season, and it is an undead against orc matchup on Twisted Meadows, and spawning in the bottom left spawn position in teal is the Korean orc player Lin, who starts with the altar first here, not particularly surprising, as well as the quick orc burrow, and his opponent spawning in the bottom right spawn position, starting with a regular fiend build. In pink is the Russian undead player Happy, who became known as part of team ES4X before he joined Mousesports in the summer of 2005. And there he quickly became one of the very best Warcraft 3 players, but only in online competitions, as he was not allowed to attend offline events because he was simply too young. And that lasted until August of 2007, until he finally attended at his first offline event, the NGI1 Season 3 offline finals, which took place shortly after his 16th birthday, and where Mousesports ended up at the second place. Then in 2008, by the way, no fast tag by Lin and a Farseer first. In 2008, Happy won the BlizzCon Europe and ended up at the third place at the BlizzCon Grand Final and at the WCG. And in the fall of 2008, he left Mousesports. Well, Mousesports basically reshaped their squad and basically released a few Europeans and hired a few Chinese players, and Happy was one of the Europeans who had to go, and he joined Ciara and Grubby first at the newly founded Meteor Makers 2.0 and then at Evil Geniuses. But at that time he wasn't too motivated anymore, and he played in surprisingly few WC3L matches for Evil Geniuses. But he still managed to become 4th place at the WCG 2009 and at the ESWC 2010. Also participated in the ESWC, in the WCG 2010, but he dropped out in the quarterfinals, and eventually later on in 2010 he switched to StarCraft 2, so DK first, second Ziggurat coming, nothing surprising at all so far by Happy, and Lin, yeah, just starts creeping, is gonna get almost a level 2 on his Farseer. And Happy, mostly known for his incredible micro, of course at this time both of the players not at the height of their powers. Might be, I guess, skill-wise the best Russian player of all time. And fun fact for those of you who don't know, Russia actually managed to get one player in the semi-finals of the WCG in 5 years in a row. So 2006 and 7 Hooligan was in the semi-finals, 2008 and 9 Happy, and 2010 Nicke. And I guess even though Hooligan was pretty good for a while, and Kara, the human player, was very good in very early TFT times, the only real competitor for the basically title of the best Russian player ever is Deadman, besides Happy. And I guess everyone's gotta decide for themselves who they consider the better player. So anyway, tier 2 tag started by Lin before he's getting his shop. Skeleton is probably gonna miss the orc player creeping this one, but there's nothing Happy can do about it at this point anyway. Happy has reached level 2 on his DK as well. Still not going tier 2 here. He's already at 29 supply, so this is gonna be a really late tech. He's not getting another Ziggurat though, so this isn't gonna be some crazy all-in or tier 1 expansion. So he's gonna start teching eventually. I'm assuming as soon as he's gonna get the 325 gold right now. Or not, looks like, okay, now he starts the tier 2 tag and going for the rather greedy camp here in front of his base for the mercenary camp, only getting the 2 ogres though, because the Farseer is there trying to distract him. In the meantime, continuing to creep with the grunts. I think this should be level 3 for the Farseer. Gonna get really close. Okay, it is level 3, barely. and that's of course gonna help him a lot in distracting the undead player from creeping more and more. Let's see. Yeah, 2 grunts on low HP are gonna head back towards the base. The Farseer, the wolves and the 2 grunts are gonna do their best to try and stop this DK from leveling anymore. I mean, with this incredibly late tech, Happy's gonna have a lot of fiends with his army, a lot of power to creep. But before the Lich comes out, he's not really gonna be able to succeed in any fights. I mean, okay, he didn't get the kill there. Lin had the wolf barely surviving with a few HP. Yeah, once the Orcs tier 2 kicks in, and that's already about to happen. TC second coming in, no Lodge, only a Beastry. And yeah, once the Raiders are out with the Ensnare and the TC with probably Stomp, Lin doesn't even attempt to get the last hit there. It's definitely gonna look good in straight up fights for the Orc player. So almost level 3 for the DK. He's got all the creeps, but nothing else, and that's kinda the crux of these spawn positions for the undead or for any race, but usually it's only the undeads who take a creeping pattern like that. If you go for the green one, the orange one, and then this orange one, you're slightly under level 3. And if you spawn, say here, or in the top right, and you go for the same creeping pattern and finish it with this spot, you're barely over level 3. And you possibly even get a Tome of Experience. And on top of that, you know, the mercenary camp is not really a very useful tool for the undead, as the units don't really have the greatest synergy with the undead army. So DK is coming in here, still level 2. Both Forest Sword Trappers are being taken down first, and the TC gets level 2 immediately thanks to a Tome of Experience. The DK coiling out one of the wolves, securing the level 3 for himself as well. And now he's gotta take care. Is Ensnare ready? Stomp comes, secures this round. DK gets the kill on one of the grunts before he's forced to TP out. But still really expensive here for Happy. Ensnare was about to be ready. Let's see what the TC is gonna find here. Boots of Kelthala, so yeah, that's not exactly what he's hoping for. But other than that, claws, gloves, okay, 1 ring of protection. Not too bad of the item drops thus far for Lin. But Happy as well with the gloves of haste and the greater mana portion. Did get quite a nice reward after creeping the mercenary camp here. So both of players for now continue creeping, and a PN is coming, so looks like it's going to be a very quick tier 2 expansion for Lin, and that's not too much of an unusual choice given the time this game was played in and the way Happy chose to open here, because as I said, he's not going to be able to, or he's not going to be willing to take fights too early, given that he invested into many units and delayed his tech in order to do so. So Robe of the Magi, another good item here. TC found the Boots of Speed level 3 already for him. So level wise this has gone very nice, and Happy actually decided to go for the Frost Armor first also. Well, given the time this game was played in, not the most conventional choice, but since it's gonna be Grunts, Raiders plus those tier 2 heroes, yeah, it's not going tier 3 or anything, at least for now, even getting the melee damage upgrade. Definitely not a stupid choice by Happy. And with this unit composition, basically what the Orcs wanna do, especially given that this expansion is coming, is he wants to keep the pressure up, he wants to keep the size of the undead army low, he wants to trade at least equally, which is gonna benefit him a lot once this expansion kicks in. And with 3-3 against 3-1, he might just be able to do so. 50 supply for Lin against only 45 for Happy, even pulling the lumber ghouls just to make sure to be able to fend off this attack, but shouldn't be too much trouble with the undead base backing him up. And yeah, Lin pretty smart by him, just quickly using the ensnare here to keep the vision around the school, seeing what the undead army is doing, and he actually sees that Happy is coming in, but he's creeping this one. Nevertheless, Coil comes too late. Lin, seeing that the Death Knight's coming in, quickly just focuses the Ogre Magi down with his entire army, and now Happy's gonna come in from the back. First Grunt is immediately gonna fall. Not sure if Happy's already ready to fight though. No orc for the Lich yet. Tier 3 tech just started. First Kodo's coming in, which is gonna be a huge help for Lin as well. Immediately eating one of the units. Stomp, hitting almost the entire army, followed up by a nice chain lightning. Second Fiend already out of the fight, and now it seems like Happy finally is gonna be able to start doing some damage. One Raider's gone down. Second Grunt is under focus, but the next Fiend is also gonna fall. Coil way too late here, didn't even get casted, so maybe that wasn't all that bad for Happy after all. Lich level 2, next Raid is gonna fall, and this fight seems to slowly turn into the undead player's favor. Coil heals another Fiend just before the Stomp hits, and looks like it's gonna go down nevertheless, but at the same time the last Raider, I believe, from Lin has gone down as well. So both of the players losing a huge chunk of units. Statue is in a bit of trouble, but can escape for now. Dust used by Lin right now. Farseer's gotta take care, but actually Lin barely has any units left. It's 41 supply against still 45 for Happy. Keep in mind 3 of those are in the Kodo's stomach. And there's still mana for one more Stomp on the TC. Now the entire army would be clumped. He's moving towards the back. Last Coil for now. He's soon gonna have one more. Is hitting the Fiend. Statue's gonna be the target here though. Yeah, Statue barely survives. Kodo has now finished eating, blocked with the Fiend against the Kodo, and what a nice move by Happy here. Doing the block, and as soon as the Kodo tried to eat the Fiend, he's just moving out of the range, therefore getting the kill on the Kodo. Another Fiend surviving. The Statue's gone down though, but Lin's gotta pull back. I mean, he's still up supply-wise, but that was not exactly the exchange he was hoping for, especially given the timing here. Looks like someone lagged out in the meantime. I mean, now the undead is tier 3. Now he's going to assemble an army to its full potential. He's gonna get the orb. He's gonna get a third hero. Oh yeah, he's getting the Crypt Lord, getting Web already, getting the Destroyer upgrade soon. Did he scout his expansion? Not yet, but I guess it's not. Oh, is it only 4 PNs? There's only 4 PNs in here, so Lin wasting quite a bit of potential. There's another one moving out of the main base. And Lin, you know, if he falls back right now and lets Happy get to his full strength, it's gonna be difficult. So he's trying to keep the pressure up. Summon Snare casted here. I guess he'd be okay with fighting outside of the undead space, but I'm assuming he's not going to want to push in here. Maybe he also just expected Happy to fall back and creep something, maybe his natural, and therefore he just wanted to go for the base. Now pulling back, got the green one, got the level 4 on the TC, level 4 on the Farseer almost as well. One Inmode Potion on TC, one Mana Potion, TP, Speed Scroll, one Heal Scroll. So item wise he's looking kinda good. New Kodo Beast now. Stomp hits very well. Destroyers are now being morphed. Lots of spells being casted right now. Lich gets healed. Speed Scroll used by Lindo. Looks like he's doesn't want to take the fight against those 2 Destroyers. Now Dispel used, so both of them are even gonna have mana. Second Kodo joining the army though as well. And is Lin gonna be willing to take that fight? Stomp going into the Fiends, 2 heroes affected as well. First Fiend is not dying here. Koi comes just in time, but now it's going down. Level 4 on the Farseer. One of the Ghouls is also, 2 of the Ghouls already fallen. And first Kodo also being killed. Finally, one of the Fiends is being eaten. His Crypt Lord needs to be careful, but there's still, yeah, there's still 1 coil on the DK, which he's gonna have to use. Bat Riders coming in. 1 did explode onto the Destroyer. Second one got webbed here, and it looks like this fight is going quite well for Lin so far, even though he just lost another Raider. Only 1 Raider left, so he's definitely gonna want to take care of that one, but that's just the unit Happy wants to take out of this fight, and he's successfully doing so. Fiend getting Burrow. DK is out of mana, so Crypto definitely needs to be careful. but so does the Farseer, pulling back for now only at 300 HP, so he's gonna have to be very careful. Level 5 now for the DK, and he's got mana for another coil, and that's the kill on the Farseer. At the same time, the Crypt Lord is gonna fall as well to the TC, but that's definitely not a trade Lyn wanted to have here. Probably wasn't aware of the fact that the Death Knight had enough mana for a coil again, thanks to the level up. Farseer immediately rebought, Invo Potion passed to him as well. Destroyer and Fiend are both very low, both getting killed. Farseer's gotta pull back, DK also kinda low. There's 2 raiders available, so if he goes for him with the ensnare, he's definitely gonna be able to force the town portal. One of the raiders is gonna fall, another ensnare, and he's not waiting too long, not being too greedy, and getting out of the fight, not without killing another raider before he does so. And that was a pretty long fight. In the beginning, I was thinking it was looking pretty well for Lyn, as yeah, he was able to get quite some fiends out of that fight, but then with the snipe on the Farseer, with yeah, once again, Happy being very smart about his choices of focusing units, you know, getting those raiders out of the fight, dodging the Kodos for quite a while at the beginning, has kept himself in this game. Just see 3,000 left in the main, so it's not like he's gonna run out of time in the next few minutes. I mean, he will, but not like immediately, and the TC is gonna creep to level 5 right now. Farseer not quite, as he's been dead for a while in the previous fight, but level 5 TC, level 3 Stomp, I think Tome of Strength and a Sobi Mask, great item for him of course. Level 3 Stomp is insane against Fiends. One Batrider getting killed here, probably was just out to do some scouting. I mean, the Fiends have about 1 second to do whatever they want in between, you know, after the stun of one Stomp lasts until the stun of the next Stomp, excuse me, comes into play. And the upside in this game for Happy, in my opinion, is that this is Farseer TC and still a tier 2 orc army. I guess at that time orcs just never went tier 3. So even though he's had limited resources, or let's say resource disadvantage for a pretty long time, if he's getting those very strong heroes and a decent tier 3 army, he can really make something happen against this orc army. Does he have a town portal? He does have one. Invo Potion as well. And now TPing, Destroy being morphed. Dispel used against the wolves. Speed scroll out by Lyn. And is he gonna take the fight here? TC marching in front, but not getting into a good position for a Stomp. Heading back again. 2 Batriders now with the army first. Headhunters also added. 1-1 upgrade, by the way, on the melee units of Lyn. 1-0 on the Fiends. And Happy, yeah, pulling back very far. 1 Destroyer gets killed. Stomp was okay. He's gonna get the Fiend. Thanks to that one, Kol Nova kills one of the Raiders. And Lyn is really careful with the position he's gonna take this fight, and now it looks like he's gonna engage. Ensnares going on the Crypt Lord, so does Frost Armor. Stomp going on him as well, level 5 on the Farseer now as well. I'm assuming he's gonna go for the level 3 Wolves. Another Raider might fall here. Kodos next. One of the Fiend's second Kodos now going to go for the Fiend as well. And that's a decent start for Lyn in this fight. 2 more Raiders are very low, and again he's gonna lose all his Raiders here as the Pierce Stomp goes on the DK. Surround is definitely open here on 2 sides even. So DK easily gets away. Stomp used too late because of the Invo Potion used, and the Crypt Lord should be coiled. Another Batrider exploding against the Destroyer, but it's not enough. Heal Potion passed onto the TC, but that one didn't really do too much. Now Farseer is in a bit of trouble. Maybe he should have passed that Invo Potion before TPing, but it would have been on cooldown anyways, and the TC is going down. So Lyn definitely overcommitting here in this engagement. The beginning was looking once again pretty decent, getting the Devour on 2 of the Fiends, but then TC down, once again all the Raiders down. But in 1100 gold, so not even 2 minutes, and then Happy's source of gold income is gonna be down. So both of these Kodos are done digesting the fiends. TC rebought, speed scroll used, and it's 43 supply against 45, but mana destroys, hero advantage at this point definitely on the side of the undead player. So this is not a fight Lyn desperately wants to take. He's at the shop. Probably another inmove potion for him. Yeah, he's got 2 right now, and he's continuing to run away. Another Kodos falling. The statue might get into a bit of trouble here. The raider, the reinforcing raider, is able to throw the ensnare, but all the destroyers are draining the mana, and that's the cue for Lyn to get the hell out of there. DK almost level 6 already. Another destroyer morph. Now he's at 4, I think. 51 supply for Happy, so that's not too great to have. Nova is gonna take down another grunt. Coil kills another headhunter. That's the level 6 on the DK. And he's going for the level 3 aura, so maximum speed for him. Even topping the level 2 endurance aura which the orc has. And Lyn is actually gonna go for this engagement here, even though he's down by about 10 supply. Stomp, surround attempt on the DK. Is this close? I don't think so. Inmove potion used on the TC, and the Death Knight is actually getting out of there. Another destroy being morphed. First of the 2 raiders going down. Stomp hitting everything but the Death Knight. One of the fiends going down. Second one might be the next target here. Stomp again hitting everything. Great stomps here by Lyn. And this fight on the ground isn't looking too bad for him. All the destroyers out of mana at this point, so they're not gonna do too much anymore. Impale hits both of the raiders, though one of them is going down thanks to the orb. Second one is falling as well to the coil. So Happy is staying in the game here. Gold mine now run out. Yeah, Lyn's gold mine as well, but of course he's got the expansion. That one's still got 6,700 gold inside of it. More raiders coming for Lyn. Level 5.5 on both of his heroes. Still has 1 invo potion. Speed scroll on the TC. Mana potion, heal potion. And it looks like Happy's just gonna continue to creep. Lich is gonna get level 5 TC. Cryptlord, excuse me. Gonna get a bit closer to level 5. And Orb of Darkness. That of course is not the item he was hoping for here. And Lyn is also gonna do a bit of creeping. I mean, he's not gonna get any experience anymore, but maybe some great item like Greater Invo Potion would be awesome here. Rain of Mana stealing, well, I mean, in this situation, like all of the heroes in this game depend so much on their mana, but of course, all the other items except Scroll of the Beast would have been even better in this particular situation. Happy just continues creeping. Looks like he might be a bit afraid of an occurring attack by Lyn soon, so he just wants to creep as much as possible, as quickly as possible. And Acolytes are actually moving out, so it looks like he might be going for an expansion here, but it's gonna take so long until that comes into play, and he's gonna have to secure it, or he can just keep like 2 destroyers at the expansion at all times against the wolf harassment. But still, undead expansions against level 5 Farseer are kind of a tricky thing to maintain. So Lyn is going for the attack here. Plenty of raiders. He did research pillage, so he's getting a bit of resources here. Bad riders are in position waiting for the destroyers. He's just turning around here. Nova going on those bad riders. He's getting the snipe on one of them with the Lich. Second one also in some trouble, getting killed by the coil here, so that is a decent start for Happy into this fight. Speed scroll used by the TC, impaled before the stomp hits, very nicely done by Happy. Lich needs to take care as he's ensnared in between those buildings, but Lyn isn't exactly eager to move inside of the undead base here, but Happy's doing him the favor, moving out of his base. Another raider is being killed. Stomp hitting all the 3 heroes. Next raider is gonna be killed. There's mana, exactly mana for 1 coil on the DK, but it seems like he doesn't realize it. Just running around, it looks like he was trying to pass the invo potion, but he didn't make it happen. Next stomp on the DK, but he's surrounded, but he's got plenty of items to keep himself alive. And at the same time, the destroyers are taking out 1 unit after another. Once again, only 1 raider remaining for Lyn. Next bad rider exploding here, but not enough to secure the kill. DK is gotta be careful. There is no mana on the TC, but he's using using the Wand of Mana, stealing Stomp. Too late though, because the Invo Potion was used by the DK. Next Raider is probably going to be the next target, or is he just going to go for the TC? What a nice timing on this Impale. Getting the TC stuck in between the buildings, but the DK is in trouble as well. There is an Invo Potion on the Farsi and he's passing it immediately. DK heading into the back of this base. Wand of Mana is being used again. He's using the TP in time here before the Stomp occurs. Maybe even aggressive TP in order to get the coil onto this Farseer, but he decides not to do so. And there's no mana on the Death Knight, of course, so he wouldn't have had the chance to do that anyway. Lin's gotta pull back. Happy does not have the resources. He just clicked his Altar. He does not have the resources to get his Lich back. Once again, Happy holding this attack here with barely any units. He still has 3 of those 4 destroyers alive. 1 statue, of course, very crucial for him to regenerate mana as well as hit points. And the wolves in the meantime have taken care of this expansion. It looks like Happy realizing that this is a pointless endeavor, selling the Haunted Gold Mine, and therefore Lin in a huge advantage right now. I mean, Happy's got great heroes. Lich is coming back, but let's take a look at this fight first. Impale going on the TC, of course. That one wants to stomp the Death Knight, and it looks like he's gonna be able to do so. Raider is about to fall, but the Death Knight is also going down. Double level 6 for the Orc heroes. Next Raider is gonna fall. Probably there are still 2 more Raiders to keep the ensnare on the Cryptid as well as the TC. He's gonna have another Stomp available soon. Destroyers doing as much damage as they can. He does dispel the wolves, so there is mana on the Destroyers, but GG called here. Losing the Crypt Lord seems to be enough for Happy to assume he's not going to be able to take this game anymore. I mean, Lin was really lacking anti-air there, but he still had 2 Raiders alive against 3 Destroyers without any heroes. I mean, the Lich would have been back, but the expansion was still running, and with only his Lich, I'm assuming, against double level 6 plus ensnare, Happy wouldn't have been able to turn this game around anymore. But what an action-packed game here, basically from start to finish, with Lin coming out on top against Happy. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did so, then give a thumbs up, give a comment, subscribe if you didn't do so far. As always, in the description there's also the link to the donate button if you have too much money and you want to give me some. Of course, you don't have to. You can just continue enjoying the content for free. That's it for now.